Hello, North Country, and welcome to Fountain Brothers American Legion Post 1619 Field in West Plattsburgh for Game 5 of the B Division Championship Series of the Adirondack Slow Pitch Softball League. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Eric Gagnon on camera. Mike Gwinnett joins us as my sidekick tonight, and this should be a great Game 5. In Game 1, the Prowlers came out on top 7-6. Game 2, Papa Electric answered back 7-6. Game 3, Prowlers win it 12-4. Game 4, Papa Electric comes from behind in the bottom of the 7th to win it 3-2. So Papa Electric and the Prowlers mix it up for Game 5, the deciding Game 5. Our thanks to the Adirondack Slow Pitch League for their support, and also Bob McCory, who is the president of the league, and as I mentioned, Mike Gwinnett is the vice president, and you've been involved in this league, Mike, an awful long time.
Quite a few years.
And you've been vice president for a long time as well?
This is my first year of vice president.
All right. On the mound, John Van Valkenburg for the Prowlers. Tom Bond plays third base. Tom Perry at shortstop. Mark Perry at second base. And the first baseman tonight is Sean Favreau. In the outfield for the Prowlers, Corey Daniels in left. Josh Dapo plays center. Gary Chug Hemingway in right. He's the head honcho of the Prowlers. And Jay Kaplan also in the outfield. He's stationed in left center right now. Papa Electric, the first team to bat tonight. They are the visitors. They have been led in hitting by Kyle Berto with a 6 for 12, and Ron Barkley is also 6 for 12. 2 home runs for Berto, 1 for Barkley. Brandy McDonald has 2 home runs in his 5 for 11, and also John Hines with a home run in Game 1.
Should be a good game. This is what it's all about.
That's right. It's so much fun. These games have been so close, and you get to the deciding Game 5, almost every pitch becomes important. John Van Valkenburg pitches, and John Wood Jr. takes it for the first pitch of the game. 5 for 12 is John Wood Jr. He's played a great third base as well. The game is so fast. I mean, they call it slow pitch, but it's a very fast game.
Yeah, well, especially when you're playing third base.
Oh, I guess so. There have been some shots down at third base. Your own third baseman, Randy Ebersol. My goodness.
You got to beat him.
Lil Roller Van Valkenburg quick off the mound. And John Wood Jr. retired in a 1-3. Brings up Chris Premore, the center fielder. Premore is 3 for 8 in the series. Several of the Papa Electric players were not here for Game 4, but Papa Electric pulled it out on a Ron Barkley single in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. It was a great game.
They have to get it in quick on this kid because he's got some wheels.
Premore cocks the leg, and Perry stationed in the right place. That's knowing your hitters, and I suppose that plays a role is if you know the batter's getting in the right spot.
Sure does.
Premore out on a 4-3, and that brings up Kyle Berto. Berto, as we mentioned, leads the team, tied with Barkley for 6 hits each. Berto has 3 RBIs. John Ireland is the home plate umpire, we should mention that, and Pete Ensel umps the bases. Van Valkenburg's pitch, and Berto to third base. Bond with the glove, but the high throw, and Berto will be safe at first. Also one of those nights where you don't want to make too many errors.
No, critical errors will kill you in some spots.
These teams have played so close throughout the series that, as we mentioned, every pitch becomes important, every play becomes important. And now batting is Dave Hackett. Hackett moved to the cleanup spot, and the fielder's choice ends the top of the first for Papa Electric. No runs on no hits, and they leave a runner. There was 1 error. We go to the bottom of the first. The score on the Adirondack Slow Pitch scoreboard: Papa Electric 0 and the Prowlers heating up the bats.
Come on, let's smile, beautiful. Come on.
70 degrees at game time. Doug Goose Stevens on the mound. What a veteran pitcher he is.
Been around for many years.
I think he was pitching before you were born, Mike.
I believe so. Gutty player.
Corey Daniels is the batter. He is 4 for 13 in the series. 3 runs batted in. He had an inside the park home run. He leads off with a single. Base hit off Stevens, and Daniels is on at first base. It's a little bit cloudy tonight and overcast, but we did have rain this afternoon, and how's that affect the field, Mike?
That's a lot better for the field. It keeps the ball down. Doesn't get them big hops.
Let's go, Johnny.
Because it tends to be a hard field.
Very hard. Very hard when the sun bakes on it.
Stevens pitches, and John Van Valkenburg bats. He's 4 for 13 in the series. No RBIs. Rick Perry catches. John Wood plays third base. Kyle Berto shortstop. Ron Barkley second base, and John Hines first base. This is to Hines. Goes to second base. They get the lead runner. Nice glove by Hines.
Bar heads up, down the lead runner.
Come on now. Tom, base hit, let's go.
Keep the man out of scoring.
That's right, Mike. Tom Perry now bats, and he leads the Prowlers in hitting with 7. They have Record, Dapo, Hemingway, Mark Perry, and Favreau all with 6 hits. So it's really been a team effort all the way around for the Prowlers team. John Record has 6 RBIs to lead the team in that category. Tom Perry bats with Van Valkenburg on first and 1 out, bottom of the first. North Country Cable Network bringing you championship softball. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Mike Gwinnett. Eric Gagnon is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. And who's our partner alongside? What'd you say his name was?
This is Ian Kassler.
Ian Kassler is alongside our technical assistant. Line drive to left field. Brandy McDonald there. 2 outs. And speaking of technical advisors, we don't want to forget Armeen is also our technical advisor, and she helped make us more comfortable up here in our press box tonight.
I thank you very much for my chair.
Record now bats with 2 outs, runner on first. Record 6 for 12, batting at .500, and as we mentioned, 6 RBIs. I talked with the pitcher Doug Stevens after game 4, and he said, well, I got to do it one more time. The chips were down in his last game, and Papa Electric pulled it out in the bottom of the 7th.
Goose is a competitor.
Seems like year after year, no matter what team he plays for, he's in the finals in one way or another.
He's always around somewhere.
Record Ailey, that ends the first. We played 1. The score on the Adirondack Slow Pitch League scoreboard is Papa Electric 0, Prowlers 0. Brandy McDonald, Derek Ailey, and Ron Barkley in the Papa Electric second inning. Mark Papa, the head honcho of the Papa Electric team. McDonald is 5 for 11 with 3 RBIs, 2 home runs in the series. Game 5, that one popped up. Daniels will give it a good chase. Long run for Daniels. Oh, just off his glove. He almost vaulted the fence. I hope he's okay. Man, this is one thing that's impressed me about all 3, the A division, B division, C division. These players go through fences to get the ball.
They will play hard, run through the walls, through the fences.
My goodness.
It's a very competitive league.
Wow. One third baseman climbed way up the fence for one. I don't know if that was Eversole or who, but...
Eversole went up the fence on one. I've seen numerous excellent defensive plays from all 3 divisions.
Boy. So. Is that right? McDonald, after that long foul, hits one to center field, but easily caught by Kaplan in left center. Brings up Derek Ailey. Ailey had a big hit in game 4, and he scored the winning run following a sacrifice fly by Brandy McDonald, which tied the game at 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Ailey got a single and then moved around, and Barkley scored him. Bond to Favreau. 2 quick outs, and it looks like John Van Valkenburg is on his game. It's a tough game to play, Mike. I know you played it a long time. You managed a long time. You know, that ball looks so easy to hit, but it's a tough game to get base hits.
The timing, if you don't have the timing down, you can look real stupid sometimes.
Yeah.
You swing and miss, and everybody says, how do you do that? Very easy.
Because it looks like a watermelon coming in. You say, I can hit that baby far, but it's not so easy. Ron Barkley at the plate. He was the big man in Game 4. That's down the line. One hop off the 280 sign, and Barkley, it has a stand-up double. So the first hit of the game for Papa Electric comes with 2 outs, top of the second inning, and it's a Barkley double. Barkley's 7th hit of the series. He now leads the team in hitting. In hits, I should say. And now John Hines. Hines, 2 for 12, 2 RBIs, and he had a home run, a solo homer. Base hit, that might score Barkley, but he'll put the brakes on at third.
Got a very good arm out there.
Yeah, Daniels with the arm, and that, everybody holds, yep. So Barkley to third on the Hines single. Hines at first. Barkley at third, 2 outs, and they need a hit from Mike Cody. Cody, 2 for 12 in the series. He's played a nice outfield.
Score runs with 2 outs. This is where it seems to hurt the most. When you have runners on base and you can plate those runners with 2 outs, that hurts the team's morale.
And we'll see if Cody can deliver. If he does, Rick Perry is in the on-deck circle. Cody bounces it foul at third.
Seems to be a tough batter's box tonight. Everybody seems to be slipping.
Yep, good point. Yep, good point. It sprinkled as we drove here prior to game time, but no rain in the air right now, and 70 degrees. Nice night for softball. Yes, big hit, and through the legs of Daniels. Hines at third and puts the brakes on there. Barkley scores, and Papa Electric takes a 1-0 lead. Cody gets a big RBI. That's his first RBI of the series. Hines at third, Cody at first, 2 outs, so 3 straight hits after 2 were out, and Rick Perry bats. Perry 2 for 8 with 2 RBIs. John Ireland, the home plate umpire. Boy, my days with John Ireland go way back. And happy to say I was best man at John Ireland's wedding.
They've done an excellent job all seasons, playoffs and everything. They get some flack, but they're...
Oh, yes. But
they do an excellent job.
The league has pretty strict rules, and I like that, Mike.
Yes,
pretty strict rules about complaining to the umps. And
we pretty much run it as, you know, it's a gentleman's league, and it gets heated sometimes, and
yes.
we all are guilty of it, but pretty much most of the guys are very good about it.
Guys are competitive. When you grow up to play a sport, that's the competition, and it never goes away.
It never does.
You know, if you're 4 years old or 24 or 44. Perry with the hit. So Papa Electric, 4 consecutive hits after 2 were out. Rick Perry with his 3rd hit and 3rd RBI of the series. Hines, he scored, and it's 2-0 Papa Electric. Tony Ciccone now with the top of the order to follow. Ciccone 2 for 7 with a ribby. I saw Tony early this morning on his way to work, and I think he was already thinking softball. Fouled, and Record missed it, but it's a fair ball. Fair ball, and Record not trying to take any chance. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nothing going right for the Prowlers. Nothing going right for the Prowlers. Ciccone reaches on the error. Cody scored, and Perry ends up on 3rd. Nice gentlemanly shake of the hands between Favreau and Ciccone. They shook hands about that play, and you like to see that.
That's a player playing hard, running out of a ball that he knew he obviously might have been out on. And that's what you have to do in this game.
Yeah. And it shows you, it looks like a simple game, but you can't take anything for granted.
You can never take nothing for granted.
And now Wood 0 for 1 in the game and 5 for 13 in the series. But quite a turn of events, because Van Valkenburg was in the groove. He had the first 2 batters on easy outs. Barkley doubled, Hines singled, Cody singled, Perry singled, and Ciccone reached on the infield error. Wood not happy with that pop-up, and Dapo takes it for the final out. 3 runs in the inning on 4 consecutive hits. We go to the bottom of the second. The score on the Adirondack Slow Pitch League scoreboard is Papa Electric 3 and the Prowlers 0. For the Prowlers, Josh Dapo, Gary Hemingway, and Mark Perry, they'll try to get the 3 runs back. Called strike 1 to Dapo. He's played a steady outfield for the Prowlers. He has speed, line drive, base hit for Dapo. 7th hit of the series. He's batting .500, 7 for 14. So Dapo gets the 2nd Prowlers hit. And now Gary Chug Hemingway at the plate. Hemingway 6 for 13. It's truly been a team effort by the Prowlers, let me tell you. And for Papa Electric, you could pretty much say the same thing as well, and that's what makes this game enjoyable. There's no big star on either team. They're all steady, excellent players.
Like I always said, there's no I in team.
Yeah, good point. Stevens pitches to Hemingway. Now your own team, the Nadim's team that you manage, and I imagine you play for, sometimes you must put the glove on sometimes.
When I have to.
Okay. Well, had an outstanding year, but lost in the finals of the A finals. But a team full of true athletes. Oh my, those are athletes, Mike.
They've treated me well over the years.
A walk to Hemingway. Now,
Got a little down this year, but we'll be back.
a little fine-tuning to do maybe, Mike?
A little fine-tuning.
I don't know if you heard, but I played sports in high school, Mike. I am a free agent.
Well, maybe I'll have to get you out of retirement. Come out and play a good second base. Scott McCormick retired, so I need a second baseman.
Scott McCormick, one of the steady ones. Foul ball at the plate. Mark Perry, the batter, with 2 on. So Stevens, with that walk, gets himself into a jam. Dapo at second, Hemingway at first. Mark Perry 6 for 12 in the series with 3 RBIs. Oh, line shot. McDonald, back for McDonald. He has it. And now Tom Bond, the batter. Bond 4 for 12 with 2 runs batted in. Bond had a home run in one of the games, one of the early games, I think game 2. We've watched a lot of softball up top this first base dugout at American Legion Post 1619 field. But we'd come back tomorrow because the games have been excellent. They try to turn 2 and get him! Berto to Barkley to Hines. The double play turned on Bond. No runs on 1 hit. We played 2. The score on the Adirondack Slow Pitch scoreboard is Papa Electric 3 and Prowlers 0. Top of inning number 3, Papa Electric with 3 runs on 4 hits in the game. Chris Premora leads off, ground ball, but a nice shift on third baseman. Tom Bond fields it at shortstop. And
If he could have got that down the third base line, he could have
yes.
ran through.
Yep, they're almost tempting the pull hitter Premora to poke it to left field.
And that, when you get into somebody's head to make them change their swing, you've done your job.
Van Valkenburg pitches to Berto. Berto with power, he pulls that one.
Brent Campbell makes the catch.
Okay, thanks for pointing that out. He's here, I think, every game. Brent Campbell.
He saved a lot of time in these games by chasing those balls out there and catching them. He's here every night.
Berto's second pitch into left field in front of Corey Daniels, so 1 on and 1 out. Berto with his 7th hit of the series. And now Dave Hackett. Hackett 0 for 1 in this game, but 5 for 8 in the series. He missed game 1, but he's been here for the others, and he's done a great job. Clutch hitting. They've moved him for this important game 5 to the cleanup spot. Power to left center. Kaplan back, and has it in front of the Stewart sign. Almost 300 feet. And a long fly ball out by Kyle Berto. 2 outs with nobody on. Whoops, 2 outs with one on as Berto went to second base.
2 down, Kyle, 2 down, buddy. Come on, man, gotta try somewhere.
And McDonald bats 0 for 1 in the game, 5 for 12 in the series. Called strike 1 to Brandy McDonald.
We'll see if Papa can deliver with the 2 outs like they did last inning.
Okay. Kyle Berto, the man at second, and Prowlers certainly want to shut the door. They are down by 3. Perry at shortstop, quickly across to Favreau. And that takes care of McDonald and Papa Electric. No runs on 1 hit in the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. The score on the Adirondack Slow Pitch League scoreboard. Papa Electric 3 and the Prowlers 0. Sean Favreau, Jay Kaplan, and the top of the order, Corey Daniels for the Prowlers in their half of the 3rd. Favreau is 6 for 12. He has come on strong in the last couple games. Doug Stevens on the mound for Papa Electric.
Doug is a tough pitcher. When he gets in his groove,
Yes.
one of the best.
He has what we've kidded about, a mystery pitch. He seems to be able to get a double play in such clutch situations. He throws something that makes you hit a grounder. Favreau ready, jumps on this one, pulls it out of play with 2 strikes, is an out.
When the pitcher gets ahead of you in slow pitch, he moves it around. He has control. See where Doug pitched that one on the inside? He knew that if he fouled it out of play, it was going to be the first out. Smart pitching right
So
there.
there's the experience of Stevens. Following this game, an award ceremony, because this is the deciding game of the B Championship Series, and they're locked at 2 games apiece. Following this game and award ceremony, Mike Gwinnett, my partner tonight, will present the awards. Bob McCory not able to be here tonight. Both teams will be presented trophies and also a plaque to the most valuable player of this series, and that's going to be a tough call for the panel of judges. Kaplan bats. He's 1 for 11 in the series. They've alternated wins, and if we go by that sequence, Prowlers are due to win this one. They won games 1 and 3. John Ireland, the home plate umpire, and Pete Ensel on the bases.
Like practice, Jay. Come on.
Come on, Jay. Rip one here, baby. Rip one. Come on.
Start something for us.
Here we go, Jay. Let's do it. Start with 1. Come on.
2 strikes now on Kaplan, so
And again, Goose is ahead of him.
we'll see what Stevens comes up with.
Deep.
3-2 the count. Payoff pitch on the way, and the veteran delivers. Kaplan, ooh, short left field. Berto gives it a chase out of the shortstop spot. Drops in for a base hit and a play at second. Kaplan safe. He heads to third on the throw. Kaplan at third. A double down the line for Kaplan. He advances on the first Papa Electric error, and now it's the top of the order.
He never stopped, he just kept going. That's good hustle. That might create a run.
This game. Come on, boys.
Daniels bats 1 for 1 in the game, 5 for 14 in the series.
No easy plays for him, Corey. Come on, baby.
I'll tell you what, the Prowlers have been close. Even the 2 games they lost, they were close. They were right there. They've lost by twice by 1 run. Base hit by Daniels. The clutch hit. Corey Daniels gets an RBI. It's 3-1.
Let's go, guys. Keep it going. Hey, we only got one now. Let's go.
3-1. Daniels gets his 4th RBI of the series.
Come on, let's
And
go.
now Van Valkenburg bats. Now 0 for 1 in this one and 4 for 14 in the series. Tom Perry on deck.
Pour it on right here.
So the sticks are up for the Prowlers, and they'll want to tie this one or take the lead. To second base and up the middle. Daniels has his eyes on third. He's not even hesitating. Daniels is in. Corey Daniels hustled his way through that one. I can't believe he didn't put the brakes on at third. Mike, I think he made his mind up he was scoring.
I think he did. Well, the field's wet, so the ball might skip out there. So when you're behind, you try to make things happen. And hustle wins a lot of games.
Perry, what do you say?
My goodness. So Kaplan and Daniels have scored. It's 3-2. The tying run at first base with Van Valkenburg. First RBI of the series for Van Valkenburg, and now Tom Perry. Base hit in front of Randy McDonald. And the Prowlers bats have woken up. They had 1 hit in the first inning, 1 hit in the second, but with Kaplan's double, they've followed it with 4 consecutive hits.
He's better bring out his spitball.
Recor bats. He flied out to left in his first at-bat.
Come on, Johnny, like you know how, buddy. Go, Johnny.
Recor 6 for 13 in the series. And that one is to Derek Ailey. The tag up by Van Valkenburg. He goes to third and Perry to second. 2 runners in scoring position now
Come on, Josh.
with 2 outs.
All right. You moved him.
Fabro, first and third. We need some.
And Josh Dapo at the plate. 2 in scoring position, 2 out. A big at-bat here for Josh Dapo.
Could be a very clutch hitter right here.
Let's go.
Hits the ball hard. He plays it on the line most of the time. He's got speed. So anything in the infield, he could beat out.
1 for 1 in the game, 7 for 14 in the series. He's played an excellent outfield as well.
Both these 2 teams weren't that far off from making the A's, and they both have very good talent.
Yep.
Both are young, and they'll be around for a while.
Stevens delivery to Dapo. Ball 3-0. First base is open, and Gary Hemingway is on deck. In fact, Stevens just took a little glance to the on-deck circle. Strike there.
Josh, one more.
3-1 the count. Got under that one, and a sky-high pop-up for Kyle Berto, and that ends the inning.
Hey, we got 2 in. We got 2 now. Hey, we just win next inning.
2 runs in on 4 hits. And after 3, the score on the Adirondack Slow Pitch League scoreboard, Papa Electric 3, the Prowlers 2. Derek Ailey leads off for Papa Electric. They are up by 1. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Ailey to left field with power. Daniels all the way back and in front of the Ronnie's Michigan sign. Boy, that makes me hungry. Right in front. Eric Gagnon, our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. Ailey with good power, but kept it in the park.
I don't know if we'll see a lot of home runs with the air being heavy with the rain and humidity.
And you mentioned the fog kind of settling in the outfield. Is that kind of common?
That's kind of common on a wet night up here.
Okay.
Makes it tough for the outfielders. It's real tough to pick the ball up.
Barkley bats, and he has power to left field. That's way up in the sky. I can't see it. And I think Daniels might have lost it, but Jay Kaplan ran over and caught it.
It's a nice recovery. That's the way to help your outfielder, though.
Wow, that was way up into the night sky. I couldn't see it.
Might have lost it in the lights. Out in the outfield on night games, it's tough to see in these lights.
John Hines, the batter. He had a single in the second inning. Papa Electric 16-11 on the regular season. Prowlers 19-8. Bond across the diamond to Favreau. A big inning for Van Valkenburg and the Prowlers. They didn't give up any runs. Van Valkenburg has retired 5 in a row. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. The score on the Adirondack Slow Pitch League scoreboard: Papa Electric 3 and Prowlers 2. The Prowlers looking to tie and take the lead in the bottom of the fourth. Outfielders Kaplan and Daniels talking about that last fly ball. Base hit for Hemingway. And Daniels did lose it, and Kaplan told me that with the fog and the lights, that combination, you take your eye off the ball, it's very difficult to pick it back up. And it's a good thing Kaplan went over just to help out and be ready. And it was Kaplan to the rescue on that catch.
Yeah, he bailed Corey out on that one.
Mark Perry bats 0-for-1 in the game. Fly ball for Ailey. And Hemingway started to tag up, and he has to go back. Quick throw, strong throw from Ailey. 1 on and 1 out. Hemingway on first base with the leadoff single, and if they played him, we've got ourselves a tie game. No surprise here. Close game between the Prowlers and Papa Electric. It's been that kind of series. Bond pounds it to third base. Wood goes to second for 1. Safe at first. Bond safe on the fielder's choice, but the lead runner Hemingway erased from the bases. Bottom of the fourth inning. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network. Mike Gwinnett, the manager of the Nadims team of the Adirondack Slow Pitch League, is alongside, and he's the vice president of Adirondack Slow Pitch League. Eric Gagnon is our Johnny's Michigan's videographer. Favreau bats, pounds it to Wood. He'll again go the short way to second base.
That was a nice charity hop right there.
No runs on a hit for the Prowlers. After 4, the score: Papa Electric 3 and the Prowlers 2. Cody leads off. Power to left field. Daniels on his horse once again, and he has it in left field.
I think I'd try somebody else besides Corey. Corey's probably their best outfielder.
Well,
Left side between Jay Kaplan and Corey Daniels.
and I notice you put Steve Chris out in left for your team. He's pretty reliable out there.
Yeah, he's a big left fielder.
Yes, and he can shag him. He has speed too. Yes, oh boy. Yep. Rick Perry bats. He has a single and an RBI in this one. Up the middle for Perry. I don't care if this guy's 22, 32, 42, or when he's 52, he still hits the ball.
That's Rick's second hit of the night?
Yes. And if you think about it, with the score 3-2, the third run for Papa Electric came on the error in the infield with Tony Ciccone at bat.
That's right, you're exactly right.
So we'll see what happens here. Oh, Ciccone with power to left field, but Daniels is there. Plenty of line shots to left field, but Corey Daniels hauling them in. 1 on and 2 out, top of the order. John Wood 0-for-2 in the game. He's now 5-for-14 in the series. Van Valkenburg pitching a great game. What a glove! Second base, Mark Perry.
That could be a game saver. In a close game, you have to make those defensive plays.
So Wood robbed of a hit. No runs on 1 hit for Papa Electric. Hey, look out. We're in the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th. The score on the Adirondack Slow Pitch League scoreboard: Papa Electric 3, the Prowlers 2. The Prowlers now 24-10 overall on the season. They are the B regular season champions. And they are locked in a battle with Papa Electric. Papa Electric on the season overall now 21-13. So two evenly matched teams, and it's been that kind of series. We're in game 5. Kaplan bats. And Jay Kaplan's bat has come alive in game 5. So it's been a team effort all the way, and Kaplan, a big contributor in this one. He has scored a run, and he started a rally in the 3rd. He has 2 hits, and he had a really saving catch out in the outfield. Corey Daniels, top of the order. Daniels 2 for 2, so watch out for this speedster. To Wood. Oh, Wood loses it. Daniels safe at first. Second error of the game for Papa Electric. Would you call an error on that play? That's a hard shot, but...
It's a hard shot, but you actually have to make that play.
Yeah, I've seen Wood get harder ones right at him like that.
I've seen him field them many a night.
Yeah, so I know he feels badly about that, but runners on 1st and 2nd, nobody out. And Stevens in a jam. He pitches to Van Valkenburg. Van Valkenburg 1 for 2 in this one, 5 for 15 in the series. Takes that one for a strike. 1-1 the count, says ever reliable veteran umpire John Ireland. Oh, that's a base hit. That's in the right spot. Kaplan scores. We are tied. Daniels is coming on home. He goes back. Throw to second. Ooh. Hey, Barkley. Whoa, they fake him out. I'll tell you. Oh, Daniels in a run down. This is the go-ahead run if he can get home. He's out. He's out. Well.
Base running error right there. With no outs, you stay at 3rd.
Van Valkenburg started it with a single. Kaplan scored. Van Valkenburg's 2nd RBI. Daniels put out as he tried to score the go-ahead run. So now it's all sorted out. 1 out. Van Valkenburg at 2nd base. He's the go-ahead run. We are tied at 3. Tom Perry bats 1 for 2 in the game. 8 for 14 in the series. Berto, good glove at shortstop across to Hines, and Van Valkenburg had to hold. So Berto gave it his all on that one. Nice play behind 2nd base. 2 outs, so cleanup hitter John Recor at the plate. What a game, and the fog does settle in more in the outfield. 67 degrees.
Come on, Rico.
A beautiful night to watch softball. We've got a ringside seat.
Come on, let's do it with 2.
John Recor at the plate, 0 for 2 in this game. Now 6 for 14. Strike 1.
They need the Prowlers need a clutch hit here from John.
Tied at 3. Yeah, they get it. They get it, and Van Valkenburg will score. Primore's throw comes in. Recor scores Van Valkenburg with the go-ahead run. Recor's 7th RBI of the series and his 7th hit. How in the world can you pick a most valuable player in this series? I don't know. Prowlers now lead 4-3, 2 runs on 3 hits in this inning. So they have 4 runs on 10 hits overall. Daypole 1 for 2. Papa Electric with 3 runs on 6 hits. The Prowlers bats have come alive. 2 runs in the 3rd, 2 runs in thus far in this 5th inning. It will be up to Papa Electric to make a comeback.
Good eye. Make it come to you, Josh. You gotta come 2 more times here.
Great crowd to watch this game as well. The right field fence lined with cars and fans in their easy chairs. You'd think they were at a barbecue. And the left field the same way. The Berto family's over there along the left field fence. Dapo gets the walk. Record a second. Dapo to first. 2 outs. And Hemingway bats. Drew a walk in the second and a single in the fourth. Strike 1 to Hemingway. They call him Chug.
Like you know how, buddy.
That's been his nickname for quite a while.
I don't want to say too much, Mike, but there's some pretty interesting nicknames for some of these players up here.
Yes, there is.
I'm afraid to ask where some of these nicknames came from.
I think you get a lot of interesting answers.
That could be a show all by itself during the off season. Get some of these colorful nicknames. Infield grounder, Wood, tough play, Beard hands it. Safe is Hemingway. Bases are loaded. Wood made a great play on it, but Hemingway's too speedy. Infield single. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Prowlers lead 4-3, deciding Game 5. Let me tell you, who could ask for more? Mark Perry, 0 for 2 in the game, but he came into this one 6 for 12, so he's due. I'll tell you, and that's what Sean Favreau just yelled from the dugout. You're due. He certainly is, and it would be a big hit.
They could break it wide open with a hit here.
4-3 lead for the Prowlers. Well, I'd be nervous right now if I was batting. If I'm Mark Perry, I'm a nervous wreck.
This is where you want to be. This is where you want to be.
Well, see, that's what separates you Nadine's guys from the rest of us. Fly ball to left field, and that's the 3rd out.
When the pressure's on, that's where the adrenaline flows, and you want to be in that.
Yeah, that's how the veterans play it, I guess. 2 runs in the inning on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. We've played 5, and it's a barn burner. The score on the Adirondack Slow Pitch scoreboard is Prowlers 4, Papa Electric 3. Chris Premore in the top of the 6th for Papa Electric. 0 for 2 in the game, and Premore now in the series 3 for 10. Pulls that one in between the 2 fielders for a base hit for Premore. Thinks about second base. Premore at first. You have to start someplace. You get the leadoff man on. Premore did his job, but that doesn't surprise me. And he's the potential tying run in the top of the 6th.
With a hot bat coming up in Kyle Berto.
Yes. Berto's been on base twice, once by error, once with a hit. Oh, line shot to left field. Clean single all the way there. Daniels stops it. Well, now it's Papa Electric. They have the first 2 runners on.
They're answering the call.
Game 1, Prowler 7, Papa Electric 6. Game 2, Papa Electric 7, Prowler 6. Game 3, Prowlers 12, Papa Electric 4. Game 4, Papa Electric 3, Prowlers 2. Dave Hackett, deep into the night, but that'll stay in the park. Kaplan calls for it. He has it, and the runners will move up. Strong throw from Kaplan. Runners advance to scoring position, so Hackett, in a way, did his job. It's similar to, in baseball, a sacrifice bunt. Move the runners over with 1 out.
Move them into scoring position, now a base hit, could plate 2 runs, and you potential take the lead.
Okay, they have Brandy McDonald and Derek Ailey, 2 good hitters, but they're 0 for 4 overall tonight, so each 0 for 2. So McDonald or Ailey will have to deliver a key hit. McDonald is 5 for 13 in the series, Ailey 5 for 14.
He's a very capable hitter. He could produce right here.
Almost off the fist, drops in front of Kaplan. That will plate 1. We've got a tie game at 4. And that's all you want to do. You don't need a home run.
Move the bases 1 at a time, especially in a close game.
Premore scores to tie it at 4.
With another dangerous hitter right behind him right here.
Derek Ailey and then Ron Barkley. Right you are. So now Ailey takes his turn. That one in the hole between short and third. RBI singles by McDonald and Ailey, and the Papa Electric team has regained the lead just like that. Kyle Berto scored on that one, so it's McDonald at second, Ailey at first. For Ailey, his first RBI of the series.
That's probably one of the most crucial RBIs that he's going to have.
Yes, gives Papa Electric the 5-4 lead. And now Barkley bats.
Barkley has a lot of power. Always to a lot of it to left field.
Goes to right field this time, and McDonald will score. It's 6-4. Barkley with a clutch hit. 3 runs for Papa Electric in the third and 3 runs in this 6th inning. So they have answered the comeback by the Prowlers. It's the battle we expected for Game 5. You know, all week there's been Battle of Plattsburgh celebrations. We've got the Battle of West Plattsburgh right here. Bissonette runs for Barkley. Jeremy Bissonette, recent graduate of Plattsburgh High School.
I believe that'd be a re-enter. Barkley will go back in and play the field.
Okay.
Need a little more speed on the base pass.
How many times are you allowed a game to do that?
You can re-enter as many times as you'd like, but that player can only re-enter once.
Okay. Hines flies to left, but it'll be a sacrifice fly. Bissonette's speed gets him to second. Ailey crosses the plate with the 4th run of the inning on the Hinesy sacrifice fly. Give Hines an RBI as Ailey scored. 4 runs in for Papa Electric. And a hit by Cody. And Bissonette has the afterburners rolling. Bissonette slides in. Oh, he gave up his body there. Overthrow at second base.
He's scoring.
Cody's going to score. He can't believe it. Cody crosses the plate. Unbelievable. And as the Prowlers started to throw it around, everything went wrong. How'd that start with? A Cody single?
Cody single.
Bissonette scored. Cody ended up scoring. What an inning for Papa Electric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs in. They lead 9-4.
As they bat it around because Rick Perry's coming back up.
Yep. Perry 2 for 2.
That's the key. If you can move your runners and get your positions in the 6th and 7th.
And another hit by Perry. Perry 3 for 3 in this game. My goodness.
Solid game. Solid game.
Wow, he's got a pretty batting average. Perry now, he was 2 for 8, but this sounds a lot better. 5 for 11. And now it's Ciccone. Ciccone 0 for 2. He reached on an error. And Brian Beshore runs. Brian Beshore runs for Rick Perry. And what was the formality there? The umpire asked them.
I believe that's a courtesy runner.
Which was different from the other runner?
He was a pinch runner in the game, and now he can't be used again. This is just a courtesy runner for Rick.
Okay. Ciccone steps up. Perry, nice glove work to his brother. Perry to end the inning on the Ciccone grounder. But 6 runs in the inning on 7 hits, 2 Prowler errors. They now have committed 3 errors in the game. And as we go to the bottom of the 6th, the score on the Adirondack Slow Pitch League scoreboard, Papa Electric 9 and the Prowlers 4. Tom Bond leads off. He is 0 for 2 in the game. And the Prowlers down by 5 with 2 at-bats remaining. Power to left field, curving down the line, and foul. 1 hop off the fence, listed at 280 to left field, dead center 294, the right field 276. I don't think I could put a softball over that 276 sign. I'm more of a line drive hitter, Mike.
I'm looking for a base hitter.
Yeah, I'm more of a line drive. Good field and line drive hit. Yeah, I'm negotiating with the head honcho of the Nadim's team, I'll tell you.
Don't know if I can get you under my cap, though.
Well,
I'll have to work the numbers.
I look good in black and gold, too, I'll tell you. The black and yellow, I like that. I look good in that.
Well, we'll have to work after the season on the contract.
Game 5, and what a game it is. Oh, off Wood's glove. Berto picks it up across the diamond. See?
Could be another potential crucial error.
Man, how you scoring that one? You giving Wood an error on that?
Give him an E on that.
Really? It was a hard shot.
Hard shot, but he's
Okay.
enough player to make that play.
Okay, so Bond reaches on the error. The third error of the game by Papa Electric, so team even in errors. And now Prowlers will have to take advantage, but just the way Papa Electric did, one at a time.
One at a time.
Eric Gagnon on camera. We are North Country Cable Network. I'm Foxy Gagnon, having a ball in our McCory's press box up here at West Plattsburgh. Oh, a number off the... Oh, Hines, tough to pick it up. He got it. So Favreau grounds out. Little number off the end of the bat. And Mike Gwinnett joining me for this game. First time that we've worked together. We're having a whale of a time. That chair by Armin is pretty comfortable, isn't it?
Very comfortable.
Chair by Armin. That could be something new for the fashion and everything. Yes, that sounds good.
At this point now, Doug is counting outs.
Oh,
Looking at 5 more.
ah, good point. Now, Kaplan, 2 for 2. So Kaplan having his best game of the series. He has scored 2 of the 4 Prowlers runs. Outfielders McDonald, Ailey, Premore, and Cody for Papa Electric. Rick Perry is the catcher. 1 on and 1 out. One went up and got that one.
He hit him right in the middle of the back with that ball.
Oh, is that what happened? I lost track of the ball. That's why it bounded to the outfield. It hit Bond right in the back.
In the back.
Well, he's a tough customer. You can look at his left eye and you can tell he's a tough customer anyway. That doesn't bother him a bit. This guy played part of game 2, I think it was, with a whole bandage around his face. He could barely see. He said, "I came here to play softball. I'm not going home."
That's the toughness of some of these kids. I'll tell you, it's unbelievable. But they come here to play. They put a good show on.
And Daniels now bats. I don't know who's going to win this one, but this has been the kind of series you hate to see a team lose. Both teams deserve to win. Let's make it a best 6 out of 13 or something. What can we do? Let's make it longer. I'm coming back tomorrow night. I'm coming back and I'm sitting on this dugout tomorrow night, Mike. I don't care. Taberto at shortstop. Over to Hines. And the Prowlers not able to convert the on base runners into a run, and no runs on no hits in the inning. We go to the 7th. The score, Game 5 of the B Division Championship Series, Adirondack Slow Pitch League. Papa Electric 9 and the Prowlers 4. An award ceremony to follow this. Presentations to both teams by Vice President of the Slow Pitch League, Adirondack Slow Pitch League, Mike Gwinnett, and also presentation of a Most Valuable Player of the B Series plaque.
It's going to be very tough to choose by both teams.
I agree. Team efforts in many ways. Both these teams have played their hearts out. Wood bats, Wood pops it up, and Hemingway scoots from right field and almost overran it.
Looks like a snow cone out there.
Dapo in right center.
I think he lost it in the lights also.
Dapo's looking over at Hemingway. Fly out to right field. That's what we heard one of the Prowlers fans say, well, it's an out. We don't care how it happened. It's an out. That's what counts.
It's nice to have them young legs again.
Yeah. Premore, 1 for 3 in the game. Kyle Berto in the on-deck circle. 6 big runs in the 6th inning. Rolls off Favreau. They'll get the play. What a play! It rolled up Favreau's arm. Great backup hustle by Mark Perry. What a second base he's played in this game and in this series. And then Favreau wisely got back to first base.
He never quit on that ball.
A rare 3-4-3 put out.
You don't see that very often.
That's rare. Kyle Berto bats with 2 outs. Perry, oh, what a glove at shortstop. Over to Favreau for the out. All right, so the Prowlers took care of business in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The last 3 chances for the Prowlers.
I got first.
The score remains Papa Electric 9 and the Prowlers 4. Oh, the fans are glad they showed up for this one. John Van Valkenburg, 2 for 3 on the night, 2 RBIs. Ground ball, Barkley to Hines, 1 quick out.
Hey, one, let's go.
Tom Perry at the plate. And pitcher Doug Stevens and the Pop Electric team now 2 outs away from the championship. Tom Perry is 1 for 3 in this game. And Perry is 8 for 15 in the series. John Recor will be next.
Come on, Perry. Let's light this up, baby. Light it up.
The 2, 3, 4 spots for the Prowlers. Down the left field line, that should be good for 1, maybe 2. McDonald's Fields, and Perry can't afford to take a chance. He'll stay at first. Perry with his 9th hit of the series. Great series for Tom Perry, and an outstanding job at shortstop as well. Now John Recor, 1 for 3 in this game, 7 for 15 in the series, and a team leading 7 RBIs is Recor.
Come on now.
And Doug Stevens will remind you once again, known for his mystery pitch, coming up with that double play grounder when he really needs to. Hard shot, up the middle, Recor with another hit. That's a veteran hitter.
They're not quitting. They're coming on.
Come on, Josh.
Let's keep it back.
There's 1 out. We can do it.
Little at a time.
Come on.
First and second, 1 out.
Come on, Josh. Come on.
Josh Dapo, 1 for 2 plus a walk in the series, 7 for 15.
Come on, Josh. Keep it hot, baby.
Strike 1 to Dapo. Gary Hemingway on deck. Stevens pitches. 1-1 the count. Umpire John Ireland at home plate, great job. And Pete Ensel has had some close calls, great job on the bases. Infield grounder. Oh, Berto missed it. They don't get the out. And Perry kept on running. It's 9-5. We'll watch the scoreboard. It's 9-5, the 4th error of the game. They've had 1 error. Papa Electric with 1 error in each of the last 3 innings now. And Hemingway bats, Recor at second, Dapo at first, 9-5.
That could be just nervous energy.
Game 4 was decided in the bottom of the 7th. Will Game 5 in the championship be decided that way? It's 9-5. Hemingway bats. He is 2 for 2 plus a walk. Right now, the tying run is in the on-deck circle. So the Prowlers have to keep it going with 1 out. Hemingway takes all the way on this one for the strike. 2-1 the count. Stevens sets, looks in, and delivers. Hemingway adjusts his feet and goes left field. Bobbled by McDonald, and Recor scores. It's 9-6, folks. It's 9-6 on the Hemingway hit.
Let's go, Mark.
9-6. 2 runs in the 3rd for the Prowlers. 2 runs in the 5th. 2 runs in this inning. It's 9-6. Dapo at 3rd. Hemingway at second. Mark Perry bats. 9-6, which means the tying run is at the plate.
Smart play for Papa. If there's a base hit, these 2 runs won't win it. They'll get them closer.
Hard shot, Berto looks, tries to hold the runner, gets the out. Perry slipped coming out of the batter's box. Nice play by Kyle Berto, and he did the Macarena out there trying to hold Depo at third base, and he did the job. So 2 outs now, and Tom Bond bats. He's 0 for 3 in the game. Tying run at the plate. It's 9-6. 2 runs in this inning for the Prowlers on 3 hits, and there have been a couple of Papa Electric errors. Wow, what a game. Bond. Off Wood's glove on his knees. He's out. What a play, John Wood. Off his glove. He threw from his knees and got it across the diamond to end the game. Bond grounds out for the final out on a whale of a play. He was robbed by John Wood Jr. 2 runs in the inning. Game 5 goes to Papa Electric, and they win the B Division Championship Series of the Adirondack Slow Pitch League.
That's back-to-back years for Papa Electric.
Okay, good point. That's the 2nd year in a row that Papa Electric has won. We'll now have an award ceremony coming up with Mike Gwinnett, the Vice President of the Adirondack Slow Pitch League. The final score of this one, Papa Electric 9 and the Prowlers 6.
I'd like to congratulate Prowlers. Fine season. 2nd place trophy.
Hey, guys. Come here, guys. Right here.
I'd like to do the MVP award for the B Division. Kyle Berto.
Kyle Berto gets the most valuable player. He tied for the team lead in hits, and there's his daughter Sydney along with Kyle. So Kyle Berto, and he gives this right back to the team. He says, "This is yours," and then the championship trophy.
Job well deserved. 2nd year in a row. Papa Electric.
Papa Electric gets the championship trophy. Mark Papa, the manager of the team, and that's quite a piece for the mantelpiece, I'll tell you that. Another great season of softball in West Plattsburgh, the Adirondack Slow Pitch Softball League. Our thanks to Bob McCory and everyone involved with Adirondack Slow Pitch for inviting us out here for another series. Great softball, hits, power, outstanding plays in the field, and a great team spirit, of course, shown all the way around. So our thanks to all the players as well. We hope you enjoyed our presentations. We'll be back next year, we hope. This is Foxy Gagnon. Thanks to Eric Gagnon for his work on camera. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying good night, North Country.